Good evening, Fluent. Our story starts in London, England. I'm sitting in my flat, my apartment, staring out of the window at a typical London day, wet, dreary, wondering if there's anything that could possibly be more interesting. And at that point, I decided to buy myself an around-the-world ticket and go backpacking around the world. I set off, and it's a fantastic journey. I go to the Americas, I go to Australia, Asia, and then back to London. And in London, that's where things go wrong. My brother says to me, I'm going surfing in Mexico for a month. Do I want to come with him? Surfing in Mexico, go back to work. Surfing in Mexico, go back to work. After Mexico, I found a reason, an excuse to go to Panama. And there I met some guys with a catamaran. And they said, hey, do you want to come sailing with us? Go sailing or go back to work? Go sailing. So 8 months later, I find myself in Australia on this boat. And the easiest way to get back to London is just to complete the circumnavigation. And I've accidentally gone around the world for a second time. Now, I had some objectives while I was traveling. One of those was to learn foreign languages. I can order breakfast in Spanish, I can order lunch in Portuguese and dinner in German. I can also ask a girl for a kiss in Tahitian, Mandarin, and Australian English. I only had to be slapped twice to stop using that phrase, and my wedding vows include a promise that I will never ever use that another language again, except in English and with my wife. While traveling, I wrote some software to help me learn how to learn word associations and improve my vocabulary in foreign languages. And you can use this to learn any word association, for example, state capitals, country capitals, etc. I've lost the source code for that system, but I have discovered source control. So if I ever were to rewrite the system, hopefully I'll be able to use source control and preserve it. Now, if you could find a foreigner somewhere and ask them what they thought the capital of California was, they'd probably tell you it was Los Angeles. I've managed to use a system to learn state capitals, and I know that it's San Francisco. So there. The way the system works is that each day you enter a number of associated pairs. And for example, here we have cat, which in Spanish is gato. And what you would do is you'd enter the number of words that you want to improve your vocabulary by each day into the system. And then you say to the system, test me on those words. So the system then tests you, and it starts off, it's got a leveling system. And it starts asking you words from the ones that you get wrong the most often, which are down at the bottom of level 0, and progressively moves up the ranking. All words enter at level 1. And if you get a word right at one level, it promotes it up to the next level. And that way it keeps you focused on easy words as they move up. Now, the leveling system has 4 categories of levels. At the bottom, levels 0 to 5, you're tested on a daily basis. When you get it right at level 5, it then gets promoted to level 6, where it gets hidden away for a week before you get tested on that again. At level 6, if you get it right there, it gets hidden away for a month, and then at level 7, and then it'll get put to level 8, where it's hidden forever. So pretty much your short-term memory, medium, and longer-term memory to make sure that you don't start forgetting things. Now, cat, you're learning right now. Cat is gato. Kiss is a beso in Spanish. You're also drinking, and drinking and learning can have its consequences. You may go home this evening and ask your wife for a cat instead of a kiss. Be very careful doing that. I'm going to teach you the two most important sentences to learn in any foreign language. The first one is 2 beers, please. The second most important sentence to learn is my friend will pay. I've had incredible luck and fortune in being able to do all this traveling. And I've been to some incredible places. I've met some fantastic people. I've butchered a number of languages. I can no longer backpack. I can no longer travel around the world because I'm now responsible for these 2 little people. These are my children, and they're easily the most unpleasant children I've ever met. And I can't take them anywhere because they're so unpleasant. So I hope that this presentation inspires someone to go out there and travel, and so I could live vicariously through you. I hope it inspires someone to learn a foreign language, and I hope it inspires someone to write this language learning system and make it available on the web Thank you very much for your time.